Hi, I'm Bruce Lorincz, and this show is called Bruce on the Loose. I talk to people in Wadsworth and Medina County here. We're on location at the Medina County Fair. Jason Salzer is with me, and also Brandon Ashley. And we are in an area that is brand new to the Medina County Fair. Why don't you tell us and give us an overview of what we're looking at?
Well, basically what we're doing this year, it's an outdoor education show for the public, for mostly kids too. Basically what we're trying to do here is get the people to understand the outdoors, learn the outdoors, and do things that maybe normally they wouldn't be able to do.
It's a situation where certainly in Ohio we don't have the extreme weathers like 110 in
Right,
Phoenix and Miami. We hear the reports there. You know, this week coming up is supposed to be in the high 70s, low 80s, and people can get outside, can't they?
We're looking for some very, very comfortable weather this week. Definitely want to show up. It's going to be easy. Walk around and enjoy the day. It'll be fun.
And you were kind of the cohort in this whole process. This is the first year we've done it here at the Medina County Fair. I imagine there were a lot of strings you had to go pull and hoops you had to jump through to get it going.
Yeah, there's a lot of, hunting people down and getting people interested, hunting down sponsors, hunting down groups to come and be here.
All right, what are we looking at right here? Right behind us, we have all kind of critters, don't we?
Yeah, so we're looking at the taxidermy display over here. There's a lot of deer, I see. We got turkeys, got mallard ducks, some coyotes, and then fox, and even got a bear.
Yeah, no question about it. And again, sometimes families. I was principal of Black River, and during Deer Week, we had a lot of sons going and a few daughters going with their parents, and it's a tradition. Once it's in the blood, they do that for a long time, right?
Yeah, that's that way in my family for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Passed down through generations. Deer season's like you said, it's a big deal.
Yeah, it really is. Were there any situations, any time you thought, well, I'm not sure if we bit off more than we can chew? I mean, this is a huge area, and we can go ahead and get pictures of this whole situation, but it really, you just don't look at here. You have tents here, and you're going to set me up to see if I can shoot a BB gun and hit some targets, and
try.
A lot of things here, just a myriad of activities.
Yes, it is. Everything's going to be hands-on. Pretty much every vendor or sponsor that we have here is actually going to have something educational for the kids to learn, things to hand out, stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I saw at the far end you have vendors coming in. You have exhibits for the raptors, the birds of prey, and that's really. Kids don't get too close to those animals usually, but
Correct.
It's great to see them up close and personal, isn't it?
Yeah, there's going to be actually 3 falconry clubs that are coming. The birds that they're bringing are all federally protected. So like you said, a lot of people don't get to see them hands-on and up close, some of which are actually going to fly birds in the building for some of their demonstrations. So it should be a good time.
Yeah, this also might, have a foundation for someone to get into being a wildlife specialist, maybe a ranger. You never know what a student might say and say, boy, that is really neat.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I mean and we're in the city, so this is going to be new for a lot of people.
Right.
So.
No question about it. And we're going to go ahead and take a look. Aiden's going to give shots at various places and educational areas. So we will see you in just a few minutes.
But you can talk with that, and then when you're ready to fire, you get 1 shot per cock.
That must be the bullseye. Just one right
That's
here?
one, yep.
That's the only one?
1 out of 3.
It must have been with when I had the cataract surgery. It must have been when I go ahead and have my glasses off. I do see distance better. So I'll let my optometrist know he's done a good job. We're here in the home building, or building number 22, with Pam Oberholzer. And Pam, how long have you been a board member of the Medina County Fair?
It's over 30 years.
Yes, I know you.
I have no idea how many
You
years.
really was a big promoter of 4-H in the Black River and surrounding community.
Love it,
Your daughters
yes.
were involved in it.
Yes.
And again, it's students really getting hands-on and learning and working with their animal or project and fulfilling that completed project and feeling good about themselves.
It is. You know, I grew up in 4-H, and I guess you just never leave. You know,
Right.
you just come back, and we have. It's a great youth program for any youth. So it's just a great thing, and of course we try to promote agriculture a lot here, and that's my love. So it kind of fits with everything. So
The first segment, we were in the new building where it's kind of like wilderness. And the gentleman wanted me to emphasize that it's open from 10 to 4?
4 to 9.
Oh, 4 to 9. 4 to 9.
Monday through Saturday,
Okay.
not Sunday.
And it's no charge, no extra charge.
No charge.
Okay.
No charge. Yes.
All right.
Yep.
And
yep.
and
that's-
it's really some neat things. And I went ahead and with a BB gun, I hit the target one time, kind of on the fringe, but I guess without my glasses, I'm better. And the doctor said that would be the case. What about the history? What a rich history of the Medina County Fair. We can't even begin to realize its origins in the 1800s, mid-1800s.
1845. 1 year that we did not have the fair. It was a polio epidemic.
That's
and
correct.
it was canceled. And
Yeah.
then the COVID year, we went through just a junior fair. But since then, it's been 178 years this year. So, and it started on the Square of Medina, which is very exciting. I was lucky to work with the history and talking about the number of oxen teams and
Right.
teams that came from all over the state to compete here. So it's
And
kind
it
of
was
cool.
really was the mainstay
It
with
was.
cows and horses and oxen.
Well, and the women brought their quilts and so
That's
forth,
true.
and they exhibited them there on the square. So it was very much a sewing livestock kind of thing. So yes, it was
Speaking of quilts, we have one behind us, Medina County and various areas on it. And what are we seeing here behind? Mrs. Dreher, I guess, was the coordinator of this.
She is. She puts this up every year, and she's kind of our historian. This quilt was actually done back in our 150th anniversary, and it was each of the townships in the county. And then she has just assembled everything, and she just keeps track of all the great history that all the records and everything. So it's been wonderful to have her.
Yeah, it seems like there's something for everyone here. Of course, Aiden and I are really prone to Lorincz donuts down in Wayne County and beyond. And every once in a while, the truck comes to Wadsworth, and it's just mobbed by people that know that infamous. But food is certainly, you can
Lots,
get sausage sandwiches and French fries and tacos and everything imaginable, can't you?
There is. There's something like for everyone, and every year there's it seems like a new vendor. So it's kind of exciting to try it all out. So I haven't tried it all.
and again, we're going, last stop will be at the grandstand.
Okay.
Boy, it really attracts a lot of people with the demolition derby and motocross. Can you tell me what exactly that is?
Motocross is actually tonight, and it's dirt bike racing.
Oh, okay.
And they have quads or doubles, and that will be at 7 o'clock tonight. And then tomorrow night will be the autocross racing.
Okay.
So there's a lot of motorsports, and then Sunday is a new event for us. For a while we haven't done this, Battle of the Bands, and that is free. So we hope people come out and cheer on their favorite band.
And they have like 15 minutes to do their set.
Correct.
And then they're kind of competing against
Correct.
the other, I think 8. I think you said 8 bands. So that gets kind of people together, and it really is an enjoyable situation. Maybe you're not a hunter, but you play the clarinet or something, right?
Absolutely, and the winning band gets to perform here next year.
Right.
So we're going to offer that as kind of a prize. So
Fantastic. How long would you say? This is usually the first week of August, around about that date every year, and it's good because the schools haven't started yet. It probably, the day after you're done, you're probably thinking about what went well. Do you have a general meeting of what could be better? What went well? What exceeded your expectations?
Actually, we meet the second Wednesday of every month. So we
Oh.
meet the following week, and we will already be planning the 2024 fair. So we welcome suggestions always of things that people would like to see, but that's our kind of our summary where we do look at what we went well and what we want to change and what else we'd like to bring for next year. So, because we try to do some new things every year. So.
I'm just amazed at the collaboration. We see the sheriff's deputies helping
Yes,
out.
yes,
Not that
yes.
I get outside the law, of course, and all the groups and organizations. It just is. It must make you feel happy that we can bring everyone together to get this accomplished.
I think the very cool thing is it does accompany every township in the county, every age, from very, very young to, senior citizens like me. So, I think that's the kind of cool thing where it does draw everybody together, and there's just something for everyone.
Well,
like you said,
you're
so.
very busy. Your phone is going off there, speaking of modern situations, so your phone is going off, and you're a very, very busy person.
Well, it's Monday morning, so you know how Monday mornings go. It's
that is true. That is true. The situation, again, you mentioned is something for everyone, and especially it's really a kind of a focus on young people. With the display we saw each school district and the interactiveness of the Frontier booth we were in and the rides, boy, they can. And again, they're not far apart. They can go to a couple rides that they like, and they don't have to go and walk 2 miles to get to those.
And there's a brand new ride this year that's never been here. It's supposed to be 60 feet in the air, a swing, and it's called Vertigo, probably aptly named. But we have a lot of free entertainment, and I think that's something we don't stress a lot. We have free laser tag every day, besides the wilderness adventure. Cracker Jack, the clown's going to do a circus show every day. I said again, the Battle of the Bands is free. We have 10 different bands performing during the week in the evening, either in this building or over in the pavilion. And we have a nationally known juggler who's performing 3 or 4 shows a day, and he's done 15,000 Las Vegas shows himself and worked with Penn and Teller. So it's kind of cool to bring those kind of people in. So.
And we met the clown. He's
Yes.
organizing his his act, and he will be entertaining people as well.
And he'll be doing balloon animals on Wednesday and Saturday and strolling the grounds. So,
And your main performer at the grandstand, you have a singer coming in?
We do not this year.
Okay.
It's all
I thought-
motorsports or Battle of the Bands on Sunday. Yeah.
All right.
Yes. So,
Fantastic. Speaking of by the way, Aiden and I are not volunteering to go up high and get swung back and forth. We'll pass on that.
I'm not either.
Okay.
Not me
All right.
either. So.
Situation. So we'll be back in the grandstand coming
All right.
up and
Sounds
taking
good.
a look at maybe we can talk about all the improvements and how you've kept up with the facilities here, which I haven't been here for 5 or 6 years. I'm really impressed with how it has expanded and how you've really taken care of the grounds.
Great.
We'll be right
Great.
back.
All right.
We're back with Bruce on the Loose and here with Pam Oberholzer, and we're here in the grandstands. Pam, and people get a very good bird's eye view, and we have both sides. You really get some good crowds with the Demolition Derby.
The Demolition Derby is a big event for us. The OSTPA Tractor Truck Pull on Saturday is a big one. The Rough Truck Contest on Wednesday is another big attended event. The Autocross tomorrow night is a fairly new event, so that one's really growing. And then again, tonight is motocross at 7 o'clock. They're all at 7. And then Sunday we're going to do our Battle of the Bands, which is a free grandstand at 3 o'clock. And of course, fireworks at the end of the whole fair, which is always a big attendance.
So the grandstand used a great deal, and
it is.
It has expanded over the years. Several years ago, it didn't seem to be this large. That's quite an outlay to go ahead and get new stands and to increase your attendance, isn't it?
Well, it's been, I don't know how long it's been here. It's been in the 90s for sure. So our first concert here was actually New Kids on the Block. And I'll never forget, they were so big at that time that the whole grandstand shook when everybody was in here.
Isn't
So
that something?
it was kind of cool. And we've had a lot of great musical entertainment over the years with Blake Shelton and some of those
Right.
big name
Well, yeah.
concerts. So
That's right.
yeah. So it's been
But
fun.
if you're in the farm community, I'm sure the tractor pull is one of the biggest things, and sometimes tractors that you wouldn't think would be competitive really would do well here.
Well, Saturday night is the OSTPA. That's the modified tractors
Oh,
and
okay.
trucks. So that's the big guys, the big noisy guys, and that does bring
Yeah.
a huge crowd from all over the state. So that's a big one. Yeah.
No question about it. And also motorcycles. Again, that's tonight.
That's
but
tonight,
people
yes.
will also come for that, and really they really have to be skillful at what they do. I mean, a novice can't probably get into
I wouldn't be doing this.
No,
Not over these
no.
jumps. And I mean, we
Right.
have little guys all the way from really young
Oh,
to
wow.
to adults. So yeah. So there's all ages that'll compete.
So when you talk about attracting a wide clientele, that certainly people come for these events, and then they will go ahead, have some time, and they can go and eat.
Right,
They can
right.
go and look at the farm animals. They can go look at the commercial, and there are a lot of companies here.
There are,
I couldn't
there.
believe it, all the tractors and all the implements
Right.
here.
There's a lot. And rides, of course, rides are a big thing too.
Right.
So, like we try to appeal to all ages and look for something for everyone. So,
And it's nice because they're all compressed
Yes,
in your.
yes,
Now, how many acres would the Medina County Fairgrounds have?
It's just a little over 90. We'd
yeah.
love to have more, but we're pretty
Right.
landlocked
Yeah.
here, so I think there's no room to expand. We borrow parking lots from, Williams on the Lake and all the neighboring people because we just don't have a lot of parking.
I wouldn't think it would be that. I would have guessed 75, but
Yeah,
90,
it's a
and
little over
and
90,
you
yeah.
would like to get a little more if at all possible. But it doesn't
would be
look.
nice. It would be nice to
doesn't-
expand, but not going to happen. So, and over on this side are all horses. You can't see that probably from
Right.
here, but those are all our 4-H horse barns. So we have several of those too. So a lot of livestock.
You
here.
know a little bit about horses, I think, don't you?
A little bit.
You want to tell the story about the horses that you brought up to the Black River High School and the homecoming queen several
We used
years?
to do that. We used draft horses actually, and I used to show a lot of them. So we would bring up our hitches and introduce the homecoming court around the track long before
Yes.
we can't do that
Right.
anymore. But so it's been in my family for a
And
while.
people
so.
couldn't believe. I mean, they really enjoyed it very much,
Yeah,
and
it's
commented to me that it was very unique. And really, thank you very much for letting that happen.
It was
And
fun. It was fun.
how much satisfaction do you get when the fair is done and people might comment or online to say they really had a great time and they had good things to eat and they had enjoyment? I bet that makes you feel real good.
It does, and Medina County has something called Best of the Best, and we've won that category for several years just because of the people that have commented about the fair. So, of course, you always get the ones that are unhappy, but we try to make it something that everybody enjoys. So we do appreciate the good comments. So,
And you
it's a
try
long
not to
way.
overcharge. Admission is $7 for an
Correct,
adult,
correct.
but tomorrow is Senior Citizens Day. If you're
Right.
over 50,
65 and over is free.
Right.
Today, veterans are free today.
right.
Sunday, all of our Medina County first responders are free. And then Sunday we have something kind of unique for those people who are really sensitive to loud music or noise. We actually turn off all of the music from noon to 2 on Sunday
Okay.
so that they can come and ride or, enjoy the fairgrounds without all that outside distraction. So.
Well, that's very nice. You kind of look at the handicap
Correct,
of people, or
correct,
it's something
correct.
that makes them uncomfortable,
Right.
and you kind of coordinate that.
We're trying to
So
appeal to everybody. So.
why don't we go and see if that we have, since you mentioned veterans, maybe we can see if they have an area that we can look at.
Okay, that'd be great.
We're back with Pam Oberholzer. We're in the hog barn and they're doing some showing.
Well, this is a show arena, and they actually have the swine show this morning. This is a junior fair show. So these are all 4-H or FFA kids, yes. So,
And I'm sure it takes a while. And some kids have done it for years and years, and they really know the routine and how to set their pig up, and they're in the ring with their animal and kind of guiding them for the judges.
Correct, and then they will sell these animals. Saturday is a swine sale. Actually, Friday is our junior fair rabbits and poultry, and open to anyone who would like to buy an animal. And then on Saturday they start with the goats, and they have pigs and beef cattle, and then we also have turkeys and chickens and everything. So if anyone wants to fill their freezer, it's a great time to do that. And a lot of these kids use this money for college or a career after school, so that's why they raise them.
It's probably good for the students to care after that animal and really make sure that they've been fed and watered and cared for, so that maybe the one year they don't do as well, but I imagine as they get into it they get better and better.
Well, they do, yeah, and it's kind of lucky too. If you have a good animal, that helps a lot, but these kids put a lot of time and energy into this, so it's very exciting. You probably saw there's a big crowd here watching it because a lot of parents really support these projects. So, and all week we'll be showing different kinds of animals, so sheep and goats and pigs and horses and just anything. So
people just think it's cows, but that's just the tip of the iceberg.
It's everything.
I mean, they may bring more per pound, and probably some restaurants might buy the cows.
A lot of businesses purchase a lot of these animals. Yes.
And again, that's what we talked about earlier about the collaboration, that they know that if they support the fair, that the publicity will help them. Maybe people will come and frequent their restaurant, and what comes around goes around.
It does, and we've been very, very lucky here in Medina County. We have a lot of supportive businesses, and anyone that comes to the grounds can see all the sponsors that we have, and these are people that are sponsoring our kids or our big shows or whatever, just because of the support. So,
and then it could be from other counties too, Summit County and Wayne County and surrounding, and Stark and even Canton, and they come up, and because there are things here that other fairs don't have.
Correct. Like last week was Summit County Fair, totally different from Medina. Next week will be the Cuyahoga County Fair, totally different because they don't have the agriculture that Medina does. So every fair is a little bit different. Yes.
And people, again, some of the senior citizens will come maybe to taste, pies, or again the donuts or the sausage sandwich. There are things that we don't normally see.
And we have people that come in just for lunch sometimes. They buy a 30-minute pass, get their lunch, and cash it back in at the gate and leave, and it doesn't cost them anything to come in for 30 minutes and buy their lunches. So that's a big deal. So.
Pam, can we talk a little bit about the organization? How many people are on the fair board, and would you be looking for anyone else, maybe new to the area, that would want to join you?
Well, here's what we have: 30 directors, but we also have almost every director has an official, and that's either a spouse or a relative who helps. So there's 60 of us very involved in the whole fairgrounds. You have to fill out a petition before at the beginning of June to run, because we'll actually be reelected at Friday during the fair. So we run on a 3-year term, and then if you want to rerun, you have to fill out the petition. We have representatives from every township in the county, and then some at-large positions.
So not everyone's leaving at once. It's some just you get the experienced people still there. Right. But if they would want to rerun, they could run again.
Right. It's on a three-year term. So, and it's very nice about our board right now. We have a very good combination of young directors and old directors like me. So we've got some of those good new ideas and some experience, which I think makes a perfect combination. And we've got a lot of people that really are hard workers.
Yeah, so the young people again could come up with ideas like the wilderness. Like we saw,
correct,
and again trying to get students to get outside and enjoy the outdoors and really take advantage of that.
Yes.
Especially, again, when we talk about Ohio, and this week looks like it's going to be pretty good for the fair.
I hope it's a great week. Of course, we had rain yesterday that we didn't expect,
Right,
so
right.
you never know. But yeah, hopefully a good fair week, and someone will come out and join us, as there is something for everyone. And our daily schedule is on our website, MedinaOhioFair.com, and just click on that link. You can also buy online tickets, and we are encouraging online tickets because of the large ticket lines in the evening.
Right.
So just go to that website, and everything is there.
Why would someone want to come to the Medina County Fair, Pam?
I think it's very unique. It really showcases the talent of Medina County, all the way from the home building where we were at with the photography and the still exhibits, and then we have the livestock, and Medina is not very agricultural anymore, so it's a great way to see all of that livestock, and it has something for everyone. That's what I said. It's just a unique once-in-a-year experience.
The Gazette had an article several years ago that 100 acres every year is taken out of agricultural production. Do you believe that?
I do believe that, yes, yeah. And Medina County has seen a big reduction in agricultural production, so yes.
Well, I learned a lot, Pam. I learned a lot today. Good to see you again. It's
You too,
really
you too.
always my pleasure.
too, so,
And
yeah.
keep with it. Keep with it. And you certainly are a wealth of information. You know exactly where things are. And Aidan and I enjoyed it very, very much. And he's going to go around and get some pictures
Wonderful.
for another show
Good.
to let people know. And again, it's the Medina County Fair runs through Saturday.
It's Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. Okay.
August 6th.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So
Yes.
there's still time.
Correct. Lots
We're
of
going
time.
to send
Lots
this
of
to
time.
Medina and Brunswick. Still time
Awesome.
to come and see the events and the activities here at the. Is this 179th?
178.
178th
Yes.
Medina
yes.
County Fair.
Yes. So-
Thanks for viewing Bruce on the Loose.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.